Good evening, class. Dr. Eddington. Have you guys ever thought to really appreciate and take in how much freedom and rights that you really get to do on your day-to-day basis? Well, what we'll be talking about today is how I feel the United States as a country is one, the best country, and how the people underappreciate the amount of um, blessings they have in their life living in this country. I feel like, especially during the last couple of years, we've had a lot of self inflictions in our country to where we blame the higher ups of our country, the military, and treat this country as if it's super bad and we don't have any freedom whatsoever. Yet we have people in our country living off of government money that has been given to them to support their families, and more rights in any country, in my opinion, with freedom of speech and bear to right arms. Things like that, like in China or Russia, things like that, they can't speak their mind as freely as some of the people on social media and everyone in this country likes to do. But if you go to other countries, you say something as if how we are in our country, they disappear, families disappear, the economies, for example, our economy, according to HuffPost.com, the best three economies in the world are Switzerland at number one, Singapore at two, and the United States at three. We are at number three with 330 million citizens in the United States. Switzerland and Singapore combined reach only 13 million. For our economy to be that good compared to other economies, like according to USAtoday.com, I'm sorry for pronouncing this wrong, but Guinea, they are the worst. Chad is number two, and then three is Yemen. Those three have infrastructure issues, their government's weak, and there's just everybody's living in poverty. For us to be able to go to school or have our own car or have phones and be able to do and say as freely as we want is a huge thing that our country does not appreciate enough. And how that was done was from the military, and there isn't as much military appreciation as there once was. You can't go anywhere trying to get just a 10% discount off of restaurants or even anything, but we are protected today because of our military, and the amount of freedom that this country embodies is off the charts compared to anywhere else. Why do you think we have so many migration and immigrants come into our country? Because their countries are horrible, but people of our country thinks that this country is horrible. If you think that is true, then go to a different country for a little bit and see how much you can get away with, because the amount of things that go on in this country compared to others is very minimal. Another hint is the death rates. The United States death rate isn't even on the top 10 for worst death rates in countries. According to HuffPost.com, Bulgaria is the highest mortality rate, along with Ukraine and Latvia. Bulgaria, 15.4 deaths per 1,000 people. That is 15 people. That is over 8 million a year dying. We don't even come nowhere near to that, but we want to discuss our feelings and opinions on how people dying from gang shootings and misconduct with police officers and things like that are really bad. But these killings aren't by random like gang affiliated things. These are governments killing people for what they say about their government. And that is my opinion, and I hope that that gave you a better understanding on how our country is compared to others. Thank you for listening to me today.